Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is the part 2 of the video that I'm going to make about humanistic learning theory. My name is Setiawan, and let's get started. This is the second part, and I'm going to talk about the implementation, the strategy, or the things that I'm going to do to implement humanistic learning theory approach. Now, the first one that I'm going to to my students if I were their teacher is no pressure. It's absolutely no pressure. I'm not gonna force them to do something that they don't want to do. I already explained in the previous video. I'm not gonna teach them the course, but I'm gonna also teach them about how they will learn something. Students are responsible for learning choices. It's not about, you know, me or the curriculum on how they learn. It's about themselves. They can learn from anything. This nowadays you can pretty much learn with your phone, and there's no problems with that. You can learn from anywhere, not like exactly from the books that I choose, from the books that comes from the school or etc. It's up to them. No pressure. And the second one here is that provides motivation for classroom tasks. I will encourage them to take their assignment seriously, to take them better, carefully answer them, learn about it first, not rush into anything like that. And I'm gonna give them a much longer deadline, not like a really long, but it's not too short, it's not too long. It's in the middle, so they can prepare the assignment uh, properly, for example. Then the third one is provide choices to students in task or subject selection. They can choose which one they want to learn, which one they don't want to learn. It's flexible. It's not like I made this lesson plan and they have to follow all of them. They can choose in that uh, lesson plan that I made. But the way I'm gonna teach after that is also flexible. I can add something that previously don't don't contain on my lesson plan, for example. And the last one is create opportunities for group work with peers. I guess just like you do, Mr. Wahyu, you always divided us into group work, and I guess it's really working well. We can learn from each other, and that way they will make strong bond with their friends, and that's really good because humans need company. They should not be lonely or individualistic because they cannot live without each other. And this is the example that I took from the internet. For example, here is the teacher can create a safe learning environment for students by having snacks, encouraging students to use bathroom and get water, and creating good relationship with students so they will trust speaking to the teacher if there is an issue. I previously have a lot of class where I cannot eat in the class, or even I cannot, you know, bring snacks on the class. And I think there's nothing wrong with it as long as you don't eat your lunch during the class or something. You can have candy or maybe like a box of milk that you can get. I think it's nice. And the students also doesn't have to be afraid to ask the teacher when they want to use the bathroom. Because I think when students are dealing with particularly uh, teachers that they afraid, they will sort of afraid to use the bathroom or to ask the teacher to use the bathroom, and it's uncomfortable for them. And that is sort of the indicators the students are not trust the teacher, I guess. And after all of that, I think there's a strength and weakness with humanistic learning theory. The first one is that humanistic learning theory sees the best in everyone and works hard to promote positivism. Number two, satisfies most individual idea of what it means to be human, as it values self-fulfillment and personal ideals. And number three, young people are seen as powerful and capable. Humanistic learning theory empowers them to find motivation within themselves. But there are also weaknesses about this. The first one being humanistic learning theory doesn't follow a set of curriculum, just like I mentioned before, which is against most of traditional learning training approaches. And the second one is choice-based learning approach. Humanistic learning theory is not beneficial for learners who desire structure and routine to learn effectively. If they want to come to the class and then follow the course for the class, then they cannot do that because they have to choose first about what they want to learn and what they don't. It's not practical. We aren't always the best judge of what goes for us because it's choice based and it's about uh, its own their own choice. Then they aren't always best judge. It's not something that we want is not always good for us, and that's true in most cases, including this approach. And that's it for the second part of this video. Thank you for watching. And if there's any mistakes or something, I apologize. And I guess that's it. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.